Be ready.
Because opportunities come, and then you be talking about, well, I got to go get my hair did. No. See, that was the wise brides and the crazy brides. The wise one had their oil and they're standing there waiting for it. And the other one got to go to Kmart and try to get some oil. See, you have to be ready.
Not Kmart.
Kmart is out of business. So you see how good they're going to do. Okay. Okay.
Button, right?
I want to see, yesterday while we were on Facebook, I can't see the chat from here. And so I want to see if I put this up, if I can see it. Because Laverne was talking the whole time. She was answering all the questions. And
That's good.
I couldn't see it until after. So I want to see if I can.
That's a pretty dress. I'm on, this is my manifestation group. Come, you can say hi.
No. Good night.
Camera shy first thing in the morning. Yeah, it is. Did you know I've been up since 6 something?
It's your love.
So maybe if somebody has a separate device, you can look at our Facebook from your device if you're on your laptop, and then if somebody
Asking
comments,
us to check.
if you can.
Let's see.
So somebody,
If I can in a minute.
Yeah, if somebody.
I don't see what happened, right?
What was that?
Every time I open up TikTok, it opens up to a video. Like, this is day 1.
So I'm on your Facebook now also.
Okay.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Did you hear day
Yeah,
100?
That's what I'm looking at.
I'm looking for Darlaina Rose.
Day 100 and what?
Mine's just opened up.
108, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
108.
108. It's actually going along with the months. So
On your page or on just
So
on your
it's
page?
8 and it's 108. Is that what you're saying? It's this month?
Yeah, it's going along with the day of the month. So it's 108 and the day is the 8th.
April
So
8th.
tomorrow,
Yeah. Okay.
so tomorrow it'll be
109.
109. So we are going right along with the
April.
month. So
Okay.
so I'm excited for that. Okay.
So Brenda, where did yours open up to?
When I went into Facebook, it just automatically popped up.
Yeah. If you're following Darlaina, it will come up. It'll just pop
But
up.
I am
in your
following her, but it didn't just come up for me.
feed.
I got so many different Darlaina inputs, Darlaina Rose
Check your
travel,
notification.
Darlaina Rose photos.
Check your notification. Because she just shared it.
Oh,
I'm
so I
going
should go to my
I'm going to
page.
get rid of some of those pages as well.
So that means I should go to my page
No, just don't worry about it.
for
But don't-
notifications, or
Go
it
click
automatically.
click the bell on the top.
Bell on the top.
Yeah.
When they ask you.
Pushing too many buttons. It ain't coming.
Well, it makes me feel so
Right,
good
thanks, sir.
because the rest of you ain't no better with this technology than I am.
Yo, Mama, Dr. Loretta, I never said I was better, ever. Not from me.
I thought everybody was better than me.
Now, me and you in the
No,
same
ma'am.
class.
Yeah. We're in Sunday school because I stay on my knees with this technology. I felt
Oh,
like a
child, me
tennis
too.
ball in the weeds for this week. And
That's
then
right.
I found my replays and I played them all last night and I'm feeling so much better. But we are using it anyway. And we're getting blessed and blessing folks anyway. So there.
Blessings on blessings. Yeah, man.
Nah, 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 nah.
Darlena, you're mute. Darlena, you're muted.
Hold on, you guys.
There you
Oh,
go.
there she is. She's muted on mine too. She don't know it. No.
I think she took a call. That's why she said, hold on.
Oh, did she? You're reading lips because I didn't hear
She came on and said, hold on, y'all.
Oh, this is the best laugh I've had all week. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. I had to pray. Pray. Please, Lord, help me. And he did. He told me just what to do. And I found my archives and I'm happy now because I can just play my lessons over as long and as many times as I need them.
Dr. Loretta, does this happen to you? Now, I went in here looking for one thing, so a different notification. I'm on a whole nother page doing a whole nother thing. That's what happens to me when I go on Facebook, when I start answering emails.
Oh, girl.
I go down another path. Okay, let me go
try,
back to
because I'll get my things so messed up that I can't even do the stuff I normally do. So I'm still got fear and trepidation about pushing buttons because my sweetheart had his whole career on his laptop and stuff, and it would be like stage plots would disappear and screenings and bookings and I would be scared to go in the same room with the computer.
That's right. Mess up one of his bookings.
Oh man, his
That
whole
would've been hell to pay,
career was on his, and he was real calm about everything but that computer. Do not touch his stuff. You know, he'd go on the road and come back and all the settings and stuff. He had a teaching remote and he put everything in the house on this teaching remote, but he didn't teach me how to use it. So he'd come home and he'd say, Miss Loretta's been pushing buttons again. Oh boy, bless his heart. That's what happens when you live with the techie and you don't let him teach you anything. Then I didn't know anything till now. And you don't let him teach you anything.
Back to what I was supposed to be doing because I'm sure I'm doing something else.
What's behind you? We're actually looking outside, right? That's all glass behind you?
Yes, the whole pool area is in screens.
Oh,
that's all screens to keep the birds and the bugs out.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, all of that is this is a real back view.
I thought you was in a greenhouse.
Well, it feels like a greenhouse because everything on the other side of the screens is green.
Yeah.
Palm trees.
I've seen the palm tree.
Other people's lawns. And there's actually a little bay back there too, which I'm glad we're screened in from it because, you know, they got alligators out here. But what is it? Alligators or crocodiles? They got them critters that will come out the water. So
alligators.
Don't worry, they'll both eat you.
They what?
They'll both eat you.
Don't listen.
Yeah, there was a little kid in Disney World who got eaten up by an alligator once.
I remember. That baby, the crocodile came out and ate the baby whole.
See, the call then took another turn.
Yes, but you see, we gotta watch out when we down there.
Well, you ain't no baby and it ain't coming to get you, so stop it.
That's why I'm going to Hawaii.
Shut up. I'm going there too with Dr. Loretta.
Me too.
Well, good.
Get that trip planned.
On my vision board.
All right now, it's coming.
That's
We
as
got- we
good.
got-
As,
we
that's
have-
as
we
good
have,
as that's good as it gets. All you all put it on yours too, and then when
All
the
right,
date is
we got
solid,
it.
then you'll tell us all when we're flying. Just put it on your vision board and help me with your energy.
Right now. Y'all heard that. I'm putting it on today.
Good. Brenda put hers up already.
Oh, you added Maui to yours, Brenda, already?
She told me she was going. That was good enough for me.
I'm going to. Y'all ain't leaving me here. All right, Sherry, get to the notice.
I have 12 slots, so there's only 10 left. That's good. No, you all are the crew. You're the praying crew, the warriors. You're in another category. We be standing there to receive that holy 12 that are going to come off the plane. We'll be
Okay,
standing
she
there
said,
to greet them.
an important call, see? She put it in the chat, important call.
Uh-oh.
Well, we can go ahead on. We know how to do this. Go ahead, Sherry.
I don't have my questions. I didn't bring my book with me.
Okay.
Go ahead,
And I
Brenda.
didn't bring my Brenda, I didn't bring my, what do you call it? My Echo, my thing that puts music on.
Brenda, you do
All
it.
right, well, maybe by the time we go over the questions, she'll be able to join us.
Wonderful.
Okay, well, I don't know if anybody's on that's not been a part with us, but we're going through the manifestation planner. And, ouch, I'm sorry. I believe we were at 108 days.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
8 days. Okay, I'm gonna go over our morning power question. And the first one is, what am I happy about in my life right now? What
That
about
I found my program.
that makes me happy? And how does that make me feel?
Happy
What
I'm in Fort Myers, Florida.
joy?
My best friend since kindergarten.
Wow, enjoy. Mhm. What am I excited about in my life right now? What about that make me excited? How does that make me feel? What am I proud about in my life right now? What about that makes me proud? How does that make me feel? What am I grateful for in my life right now? What about that makes me grateful? How does that make me feel? What am I enjoying most in my life right now? And what about that do I enjoy? And how do that make me feel? I feel good about that because it's this class that I'm really enjoying now.
Mhm.
My apologies. That was
No
quite the
problem.
call. Continue, Brenda, go ahead.
Okay, what am I committed to in my life right now? What about that makes me committed? And how does that make me feel? Whom do I love in my life? Who loves me? What about that make me feel love or loving? How does that make me feel? How can I make myself feel good today? How can I improve my relationship today? How can I be present in the now? How can I have more inner peace today? What can I give today? What are my 5 most important goals? What can I do today to achieve my goals? What help or guidance can I ask for today? What can I pray for today? If this was the last day of your life, how would you live it?
Those are such important questions that we need to ask ourselves every day in order for us to, that ain't right, to get to the life of our dreams. You really have to pay attention to these simple questions. So welcome. My apologies. That was an important call. I wasn't expecting, so good. And so here we are for day 108 of the Law of Attraction class. We are here together. I'm so excited to see every one of you. What I'm noticing is so many of you have so many great things that are showing up, and that is because you are intentionally paying attention to what is showing up in your world. So we are using the Law of Attraction Planner as our guide for how do we get to this life of our dreams, this life that we really want. Good morning, Paula from Vegas. Paula from Vegas is here. And so this planner is so good because it offers us the roadmap like right here in the front as soon as you get started, because people often ask, like, I keep hearing this law of attraction stuff. How does it really work? And so what Freedom Mastery has done is they put together, how does it work? How can you make it work for you? And it starts with the awareness and self-discovery. And when you talk about awareness and self-discovery, like, what is your life purpose? What really is your life purpose? What would you want to do if time and money were no option? No, if they were no obstacle to you? If you had all the time in the world and all the money in the world, what would you do? And that becomes the question. What would you do? And so the planner takes the time to ask the questions, what if money and time were no obstacle? What would you do? It asks you, how do you want to grow? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? What do you want to contribute to the world? When you think about in your heart of hearts, what do you really want to contribute to the world? Do you know? Because these are questions that we often do not ask ourselves. So do you know how you want to contribute to the world? And then, who are you? Who are you? Who are you and why are you here? What are you here to do? Where are you going in your life? How do you want to be remembered when you're gone? How do you want your friends to remember you? How do you want your children to remember you? How do you want your family to remember you? What do you want them to say about you? If you achieved every life goal that you have decided that you wanted, how would you feel? If your life goal is to open a community center or to open a string of transitional housing, how would you feel if it was done? If you were living in it? Besides all the busy work that comes along with it, how would you feel when you start to impact whole families? Mm-hmm. When you are impacting people's lives to a degree that they are living their best life?
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's success.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
When you know that you have allowed a family, a husband, a wife, maybe 2-3 kids, to stay in your transitional housing for 2 years. And now at the end of this 2 years, they have their credit in place, they have their money saved, and now they can buy their own house.
They're back on their feet. Mm-hmm.
How would that feel to you? How would it feel if the brand that you're creating right now, whether it's a clothing brand, a jewelry brand, a shoe brand, how would you feel if your brand was coming across national TV? or your brand was being advertised in the Oprah magazine, or your brand was one of Oprah's favorite things.
Arrived.
Arrived, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is not anything that is impossible.
No, very possible.
I bought a hey Laquetta, good morning. I bought a suitcase set from this company called oh God, their name just jumped out of my head. Tote and Carry. Tote and Carry, right? Tote and Carry, I bought that two-piece set for like $279 in 2020. It's not even 2 years later. It's a Black-owned company that I found them on Instagram. And I said, oh, you know, my favorite color is yellow. And they had this yellow set. So I bought the yellow set. Wherever I come to the airport, that yellow set, people stop me all the time. Where'd you get that from? It's so beautiful. So it's not Louis Vuitton. It's not Gucci. It's Tote and Carry, right? Well, guess what? This year, Tote and Carry was one of Oprah's favorite things.
Great.
And now they had that two-piece set in every color, orange, purple, green, yellow, whatever color you could think of, right? Now they have the roller bags to go with it. Now they have a smaller two-piece set. Now the brand is blown up because it's one of Oprah's favorite things.
But Tote and Carry didn't have wheels. You had to tote it or carry it.
You had to tote and carry. I'm like, man, because sometimes when I carry it, I'll be wishing that it had some wheels on it. So now they have the regular size luggage in 3 different sizes so that you can absolutely carry it through. So come on, it's just amazing.
Praise the Lord. That's great.
I'm just, you know, and so it could be any of us. You have a dream, you have a goal, you have a right. You know, you have a dream, you have a goal, you have something that you want to bring to the world. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it, because you just never know who's going to see it. Who's gonna, like, some of the most unexpected connections happen, and a lot of times some of the camaraderie and some of the success that people have, it happens in the quiet. It don't happen loud. I know there's some 7-figure speakers out there that you only going to see them on a speaking circuit. You're not going to see them on YouTube. You're not going to see them on TV, but you will see them at your local conference dropping knowledge. So sometimes success is quiet, and that's okay. Success can be quiet because success is success. That means you still get to live in your dream house. That means you still get to drive your dream car. That means they still get to put your kids through college. It still means all of the success is just not success and fame. And that's okay. So keep doing that stuff. And how do you feel? The feelings along the way of making your success, the success that you want, is just do the meditation, do the visualization, see it. I remember, I can't think of the tennis player's name. Him and his friend used to stand up on a chair and pretend like they were putting the gold medal on each other.
Wow.
They were pretending to do that. And then eventually it came a time when it happened. Jack Canfield tells the story. I can't think of who it is that he's talking about, but it's a famous, I want to say 2 famous tennis players, 2 men tennis players. So see yourself winning. See yourself in the places where you want to see yourself. See yourself in the magazine. See yourself with Oprah talking about you. It doesn't even matter that she doesn't have a show, because she's still talking. She's still putting people out on and up. So
that's her jam is helping people. And I love that, you know, because I think that the more people we help live their best lives, our best lives are
right behind
eminent. Yeah, or part of that.
Everybody
Yeah.
put my Maui retreat on their vision boards. I'll tell you when the date is live.
Right.
So do you
I love
guys
it.
remember, do you remember Zig Ziglar?
Yes.
Yes.
He
I remember
always
the
said,
name.
you at the top. That was his
Yep.
line.
He was a top salesman. He taught sales. He was a thought leader. You know, I want to say either at the same time or even before Jim Rohn. And Zig Ziglar.
He was they were the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zig Ziglar would say, he was one of the people that I listened to when I got in network marketing the first time. And somebody said, you got to listen to him. And his son is now running all his stuff. He just passed away not too long ago. But he talks about the road to success. He said the road to success is always a sale. So there's always somebody selling something. Somebody sold you the pen, somebody sold you the paper, so it's always a sale going on. So it's always a sale. And so he said, if you help enough people get what they want, eventually you will get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So Zig Ziglar said it so far. You know, he said it so long ago. And so you have to keep pushing people up. Keep giving people what they need. Keep having a conversation, whether somebody has money or not. Keep sowing, keep seeding, because those seeds and those things that you're sowing in, they have to come to harvest.
Johnny Appleseed planted orchards he never ate apples from.
Absolutely, see? So we have to keep doing that. And so, and the way that you feel the feelings of it being done already is just visualize it, see it, write the vision, make it plain, put it on the vision board, meditate on it. When you do that and you see yourself getting the award. See yourself with your person that you want to say it for you. See yourself standing with Oprah in her house in Hawaii or wherever she is. See yourself with
That's where we could go, to Oprah's house in Hawaii, Dr. Loretta.
It's her house is way up at the top of Maui, of that island. Yeah.
You like that area? You okay with that?
You okay with that? We're okay with that.
That's not where we're going. We
where we
take
going?
a road trip up there. No, we're going to the beach. She's up in the mountains. We're going to the
mountains. Well, we could climb the mountains, right?
We can go for a one-day visit.
You can go on.
That'll work.
Yeah.
And you'll pray all the way up there and all the way back, because I did it. And so she comes in on a helicopter, all right? But when you come by car, we tore up a rental car coming back the wrong way, and we were with
we going by helicopter too. Let's follow the leader. We'll go by. We need a bigger plane since it's going to be 10 of us, but we'll go up there by plane. You ain't said nothing.
Has a Malibu home.
Helicopter service in house.
Paula says she has a Malibu home too, so maybe we'll just visit her on the West Coast.
Well, it's not an either or.
It can be all.
Yeah,
it can be all.
Right.
Hey Cliff, welcome. And so when you think about achieving all your goals, these are the things that you put on your thing. I'm going to Oprah's house. Oprah's going to see me. She going to love what I'm doing. And she going to be like, I need to see him, or I need to see her. Get her here. And she going to tell her team to bring you.
Well, Oprah came down to the hotel next to me. I didn't have to go to her house. She came to where I was.
Absolutely. And most of us, if you think about the world and the way the world is set up, talking about 6 degrees of separation, I really believe it's not 6, it's more like 2.
Yeah.
It's more like 2. For me, I had the opportunity to meet Stedman Graham. He called me. You know how you at an event, I'm at this event, I spoke at the event and talked about, my business as a coach. I had just graduated from life coaching school. So I'm now a life coach, and I was telling them about some of the work that I was doing, how I was doing more free work than more paid work. And I talked about the journey, right? And so after it was over, everybody was going to him to get him to sign the book and all this kind of stuff. And I hear somebody say, Miss Rose. I turn around, it's him calling me. I said, me? He said, yeah, you. So I walk over to him and he said, you know what? He said, I've seen a lot of people speak. He said, but let me just tell you that you got it.
That's great.
I got it. He said, you got it. You're the it factor. He said, you just need to be packaged correctly. He said, what I'd like to do is offer you my niece. My niece does a lot of my behind the scenes work, and I'm going to have her to work with you. And so I did. I still have connection with this niece, but what ended up happening was she ended up getting really ill. And so, she couldn't do the stuff that he told her to do, and he didn't assign anybody else. So it was just good to hear that and to know that. And then, this niece is still around. I still see her popping up from time to time. And, I want to say like last month, sometime she sent me a message to say, hey girl, how you doing?
Yeah. Reconnect and let's pray for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And she had told me that her son was working with Oprah at her house in Hawaii. So we're really not as far off as what
they have a whole staff that stays there.
Absolutely. So you literally can begin to massage certain relationships. I just met these people that work with artists, these people who put on a whole Grammy experience party. Now they doing all this stuff from behind the scenes, but they are hiring the Snoop Dogs, the Mary J's, the different ones. They're hiring these people. And remember what I said for me was I saw myself as the celebrity healer.
Yeah.
I hear and feel the pain of the celebrities and what they experience. When I look at a Tracy Braxton who just passed away, she passed away from throat cancer. Now we know that cancer is a disease of anger, deep hurt and regret and deep grief, right?
And look where it was, right?
In her throat is where when you speak. And she has said many times that when they got signed, she was pregnant with Kevin. And so she couldn't go. And she was angry with her sisters for leaving her. She talked about that so many times. And so I can see, if I could just touch him, Lord, if I could just touch him, Lord, if I could just give him the information to help them to bring up that stuff and release it. That stuff it won't manifest into the diseases. And so they're so put on in these boxes, these pedestals, they can't trust everybody. And so all of these emotions and things that they have get settled into their body. And when it's settled into their body, it causes them to get sick. Yes. And so I can see me with my fingers in there. So see yourself in these places, see yourself with those people, write it down, make it plain. And I'm often, when I hear these things, I always write down what it is, what emotion caused it, what the affirmation was, and what emotions would have needed to be released for these people when I hear that they've passed away.
Yes.
Right. And so how can you have those feelings now? You have those feelings now by writing it down, by making it plain, by doing a visualization. See yourself there. Close your eyes. See yourself there. Ooh. And how does that feel when you see yourself there? Or when you see your brand in the magazine, or you see your brand on a national TV commercial, or you see Iman or Naomi Campbell wearing your looks. Ooh.
Ooh. Do you know Naomi Campbell's representative lives on my block? You just gave me an idea. Ain't that something?
Ain't that
God? Ooh, my I got goosebumps.
Listen, box that thing up and take it down and say, I really love her to have this.
You're only 2 people away. It's not even 6 degrees.
It's not 6 degrees. I'm saying it's really only 2 people. So think about who you are connected to for that dream that you want. Who are you connected to and who's connected to who? And it's all about connecting the dots.
It goes back to the Bible. What do you have in your house? The priest said,
what do you have in
your house?
Absolutely.
That's your seed.
Yep. So what is important in your life? What do you value most? What are you most passionate about? When you start to think and identify these things, you will absolutely get to the life of your dreams. Why are you waiting? Man, listen. It's so we have so much access. There is a website called meetup.com, right? You can go on Meetup, find like-minded people in your town, and go outside. Go on outside. You'll be surprised what happens on the other side of your door. Everything outside of your comfort zone is where your dreams are going to begin. So get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Bob Proctor calls it a terror line. And he said it's false, but everything you want is on the other side of that terror line. He has this red line and then he's got freedom. So that David ran at Goliath. He did not run from him because his whole life was on the other side of hitting that giant in the head.
Yes. So what brings you the most joy and sense of peace in your life? What does a successful life look like for you? What do others admire in you? What unique gift do you want to share with the world? What are your top 5 values? If you don't know, ask 5 people who know you well. And then think about your top 10 achievements. What have you already done? What have you already achieved? What have you already done? Have you bought a house? Have you bought a car? Have you done a speaking engagement already? Have you already seen somebody, that's a little bit elevated, maybe your local state representative or somebody wearing a look that you gave them? Like, girl, this is so you. Let me give you this. I think you're going to love it. And then they do love it. And when they love it, they wear it. And then they wear it, and then somebody take a picture, and then the picture end up on some fancy social media site or some magazine somewhere. Listen, just follow your intuition and do it. Sometimes we think, yeah, I want to do that, but it's going to cost me this amount of money. It's too
pushy. It's too pushy.
It's a seed. It's a seed.
Pushy.
And guess what? If they say no, thank you, it's okay. We eat no's like Cheerios. Every no is closer to a yes. So it's okay if they say no. It's okay. It is okay. One of my friends, he started making these bags, and now, man, last time I was with him, LeBron James called him for a $30,000 bag.
That's amazing.
I remember in 2015 when he started. And guess what else he just did? He was just at the Grammys. He designed the Grammy Award for, I want to say, whatever one John Legend got, Lifetime or Icon or something. He went and got all these old military artillery things, melted it all down, and created this Lifetime Achievement Award out of military scraps, and made this Black colored Grammy Award that was given to John Legend. I saw him on the red carpet. He's holding the award with him in his special case that you could see through, and they're asking him, like, what's that? He said, oh, I designed the Grammy Award for such and such and such. And then he shows the clip of John Legend receiving this award. How elevated is that?
Wow.
What was his original profession?
He from the mud. He's from Camden, New Jersey. And he came to Atlanta. I met him in Atlanta in 2015. he started making bags. And I
Okay.
remember in his laundry room was this backpack. And I was like, oh, this is a nice bag. He said, that's my prototype in 2015. It was made out of this expensive, like ostrich leather on the outside. The inside had mink all in it. And then it had this plated gold hardware on it. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna sell that bag for $30,000. I said, look, it's nice, but 30,000? Oh, all right. And he went from making backpacks to making this chest rig type of bag. And the chest rig bag went bananas because it looked so close to a bulletproof vest. So all the rappers had them. He made sparkly ones. He made camouflage ones. He made so many of them. And that's the house that I end up at in 2020. I went to and saw him at his big old mansion in Encino, California. And, you know, that was the one I cooked for. And we ended up going out while we were out in his Escalade next to his McLaren and his drop top Rolls Royce. He gets a call and it's LeBron James ordering a $30,000 bag from him. Are you serious right now? I'm looking at him in amazement because I know where he come from. And it's just amazing to me. It really, really is. So we are
alive. Got to keep your dreams alive.
Got to keep your dreams alive. And if it could happen for him, he is no different than any of us. And he's a multimillionaire now, but you don't see him everywhere. But I see him in places. You know, I just saw him on this network commercial. It's a new community called Network, and they asking him his story. Because I follow him, I see some of the stuff that he's doing. But you don't see him. You don't even know who he is. But he's out there. He's out there. He started the name of his company is Divine Right. He went from Divine Right 14 to now just his name, Sharon Barber. No,
yeah,
my
his divine right was already a vision in itself.
Yep. And
he is a vision in itself. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that story.
He is a firm believer in the law of attraction. He is a firm believer in taking the next step, no matter what it looks like. I have seen
what it looks like.
No matter what it looks like. No matter
I think being reasonable is the enemy to creative people because they're always trying to tell you, well, be reasonable. Well, I'm the most unreasonable person you're going to look at this morning because from singing into a cucumber out on my family farm to being in this business was the most unreasonable thing for this little Black child.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what it all starts. It all starts there, creating the vision for your life, creating the mission for your life, and really just determining where you want to go. Mm-hmm. You know, you can have or be or do anything you want. You just gotta take the steps. You gotta write it down. You gotta make it plain.
Take uncomfortable action.
And I heard Eric Thomas this morning. He said, what do you want? Write that down. Right? And then he said, do me a favor. Now that you wrote it down, put the year you want it next to it. Okay. Now put a month next to the year, right? That you want it, right? And then after you do that, he said, I need you to think of 3 names. 3 names in your family that this dream of yours is going to impact. Right? Don't put mom, son, daughter, put their names. Put the names. Put the names so that you can look at that and see. I got so excited about that because I saw myself creating a piece of word art with the names. With my daughter's name, with my grandchildren's name, and then posted it on the wall somewhere behind me. So that I'm reminded. So I decided I'm going to make something You know, same way I got this stuff behind me. I'm gonna make something with my daughter's names and with my kids' names and my grandkids' names, because those are the people that's gonna be impacted by me making my dreams come true. Okay. And then, you know, what I also heard was Abraham Hicks talking about being in alignment for 17 seconds. 17 seconds, I'm gonna just think about nothing but good. I'm not gonna let anything come into my mind for 17 seconds. I'm gonna stay in alignment for 17 seconds, right? And then after you stay in alignment for 17 seconds, do it for 17 more seconds. And then after you do it for 17 more seconds, do it for 17 more seconds until you have stayed in alignment for 68 seconds. When you have stayed in alignment for 68 seconds, you will start to pull in things. And so I'm gonna put another piece of word art that says 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, right? And when I put this 17 seconds up, it's going to remind me throughout the day to take a minute to be in alignment with my dreams and my goals for 17 seconds, and then 17 more, and then 17 more, and then 17 more, until I have been in that thought process for 68 seconds. 68 seconds looking at my vision board, 68 seconds being in my vision in my mind, 68 seconds. So I'm going to write the word art with my children and my grandchildren's name. And then I'm going to make another word art with the 17 seconds on it. It's so important to do this stuff. This stuff is not anything that somebody made up. This is scientific.
You're reprogramming. You're reprogramming and breaking up those
Reprogramming.
old paradigms.
Absolutely reprogramming. We must do it. You know, it's like, you know, when I talk to people and they say they're taking a particular drug and then they tell me the side effects and they say, but that's not going to happen to me. Do you know why drug companies tell you about side effects? Because it happens to everybody. Yeah, you're not special. That is not going to happen to you. It's going to happen to you too. Some people sooner, some people later. I remember one drug I took made me cough like an old man.
Me too.
They were like, I'm like,
it was a blood pressure. It was a blood pressure medication. And I said to my doctor, I'm choking all night long. I don't know what's going on. She said, oh, it's the blood pressure medication. It's the Epidural. I'll put you on this. I was like, bitch, why you didn't tell me that? Why you even put me on that?
Listen,
I choked all
when my doctor said, I'm gonna give you a medicine for the medicine. I'm like, wait a minute.
No, thank you. Yeah.
Why don't we just take me off of that? Yeah. And so the point of that is that this body, this mind, it is all affected by things.
It's integrated.
And you have no control over how things that you put in it is going to happen. It's going to happen. So if you do this modality, if you write it down and make it plain, if you do the visualization, if you do the write down the name, write down the year, if you do it, you will get the result, period. It is science. It happens. Do the work.
So Darlaina, the 68 seconds is the goal for the day. You want to do it.
You can do it multiple times, but at least do it one time.
Yeah.
And do it as quickly as you open up your eyes. Do it quick, because that other energy is waiting there to jump on you.
Absolutely. Right. So do it. And so I'm definitely going to take the time today to make what I'm talking about, write the names of my grandchildren, my children, write the names down, and then I'm going to do the word art with the 17, 17, 17. Because sometimes you can't, you sit still for 10 seconds, you start thinking about something else. And that's why they break it into these 17-second intervals. If all you got is 17 seconds, start there. Just do it for 17 seconds. Focus in your mind on what you want and what you want to have in your life for 17 seconds. And then once you've done it for 17, listen.
With no interruption.
With no interruptions, no thought interruptions, nothing. Once you have had a thought interruption, you got to start all over. Yeah. And so we think, and that's why she said, once you get to 68 seconds, you doing something. You really creating something. So 68 seconds, 17, 17, 17. I don't even know how many 17s that is. Somebody do the math. I don't know. however many
it's 4.
It's 4. Okay. 4 times 17 is 68. So
I'm gonna
4
check myself.
intervals
But
of
said
7,
68.
68. Yep.
That's just 8 seconds over a minute.
Yes,
Just be
yes,
honest for a
yes,
minute.
Yep.
yes.
It's 8 seconds
It's
over.
4.
It's 4. So 4 17-second intervals. Do the absolute work, you guys. It's
And beat up on that other energy. When you feel that other energy coming in, stop and do your 17 seconds. Say, hold up, partner. You ain't coming up in here.
Yep. Anytime anger or sadness or whatever.
Yeah, stop it.
Push it out. And then when you get triggered by other people, understand that they are in their process. Their process has nothing to do with you. And a lot of times they need personal development and they don't even know that they need personal development. And, just do like Jesus did. Lord, forgive them for what they do.
That's right. They don't know.
That'll start your 17 seconds right there. The minute you catch yourself and forgive them, then you've started your 17 seconds. So that's your trick. That's your hack. The minute that stuff comes up, you start. That's what Ho'oponopono is. I forgive you.
Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you. I'm gonna put that on the wall too.
and people will look at you and say, "You're sorry for what?" And you just keep going. I thank you. And they say, "This lady mutters to herself." Yeah, you better.
All day, every day, mutter.
All day, every day.
Mutter.
Yes. So we didn't get a chance to do our meditation. Do you guys want to?
Well, we just did it.
Let's do it. We could do it.
Okay.
We could do a 4-minute. What is it?
Yeah, we got 4 minutes.
That's good. That's them 17-second things.
Yeah, 17 seconds. Let's go. Dr. Long said that's that 17
That's right.
We could do that.
Please.
Yes. Okay. Let me get a little music. Let's do that. Oh my goodness. It was so good.
That gets us started on our 68 seconds.
Yes. Let's start on the 68 seconds.
I love it. I love it. I love this. I love you. I love what we're doing. This is so such a gift. Such a gift.
It's so important.
I love it. I love this. I love you. I love what we're doing.
I am so excited for it. Hold on. Why is YouTube taking so long? Come on.
The ripple effect, we just plunked this goodness in the water and it just ripples on out.
Just ripples on out. Okay, here we go. Ooh, what's so good? So slow. All right, we're gonna do just a few minutes today. Just sitting, sit still, take a couple of deep breaths. I don't know what the music is doing, so I'm just gonna let it rock out, whatever it's doing. Hold on. I'll leave it like this. All right, there we go. It is really clocking bad. All right, so sit back, relax, take a couple of deep breaths. Just being in gratitude for everything. Being so happy to be here in this moment. Just thinking about all of the things that make you feel good, the things that you want to create in your life. See them, it's already done. Believe in you and what you can accomplish because you are so amazing. You are so fearfully and wonderfully made. Knowing that what you heard today is that thing that you've been waiting to hear. Whether it was stay still for 17 seconds, whether it was remembering that people are in their process and all we want to do is say, I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. Just knowing that the people who love you, they love you in the way that they know how. That is why the self-love is so important, to give that love to yourself before anyone else. And that way you don't require anyone else to give you the love that you've already given yourself. So hold on to all that you are inspired to do. Pay attention to your intuitions, because your intuition will tell you what is the next step for you. Don't let anyone tell you what you can be, do, or have. You get to decide your life for you. You decide the work, you decide the where, you decide the who. It is all for you to decide. The true meaning of success is doing what you want, when you want, with whomever you want. You are so amazing. You are so gifted. It's time for you to look in the mirror and see yourself for the gift that you are to the world. For your gift of thought, your gift of word, your gift of deed, your gift of just being who you are. Give love today, give help today. Give it without expecting anything in return. You are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Amen.
And we thank you so much for taking this time to be with us today.
Okay.
So when I count backwards from 5, we'll be back together. 5, 4, 3, 2,
All right then.
1.
All right, sweetie. We'll talk later. Okay. Bye-bye.
Awesome sauce. There we are. We did it.
Yay!
Multiple 17 seconds. So you guys are so great. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Have an amazing rest of your day. So we'll talk soon. We'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. and then tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So have an amazing rest of your day. Good night, everybody.
Stay in alignment.
Good day.
Good morning.
Not good night. Not good night. Good
Bye.
day. Bye, Gwen.
Stay in
Hey.
alignment. Every time something comes at you, say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.
I love
And
you.
run.
And